Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as Russia. So in today's episode we should be invading Japan. I went ahead and set up 2 new naval invasions since we finished up that one in Denmark. So this one only has the 4 divisions simply because we do have those limits and we already have the 2 invasions up here in the north. So only 4 divisions here because I set up the White Army to do a 10 division army here in Nagasaki, which generally is a more well-defended port, so I don't know how well it'll go. This one often isn't as well-defended, so maybe they could still get through even though they only have the 4 divisions. But we're moving the White Army out of here because of the supply issues, also moving these green tanks out of there. So the south is going to be completely undefended for a time while all these divisions move around. Maybe I should have reversed the way I did that and had the green army stick around. But yeah, it's fine. I don't really care if they take some of this territory from us. They probably won't even move, honestly. Yeah, I don't expect they're going to move much. Now, maybe they push forward once the... yeah, we'll see what they do here. Once it's all undefended. But we've got to do something about the supply issues here, guys. So that's what we're doing. We're bringing 2 of the armies out and then stretching all the other ones out. And this guy's still coming over here. Okay. You can see he no longer has any supply issues, because we moved all those divisions out. So if you just had a few less divisions there, I think it would be less of a problem. We'll see if that'll allow us to actually advance on that front. So we did finish up this focus. Now we'll be able to get some land doctrines because they're going to be a bit cheaper. Also got us a lot of army experience. We're sitting at 195. Should be able to get 2 doctrines completed. And also we need to design our submarines. We'll take a look at that in a minute. So let's go and get church candidates next. This is going to increase the political power gain and also reduce the consumer goods factory. So we'll get that, and it's going to increase our non-line support, which isn't really all that high at 47%. Now, stability isn't actually an issue. So the bonus that you get from the ruling party popularity isn't really all that helpful, I suppose. But still, I don't really like that it's sitting at 47%, and of course we get all these other nice bonuses, so we'll get that. The political power has been an issue for us throughout the campaign. There's quite a few other things I'd like to do with that if we could get a bit more. We need to design the latest submarine model and go ahead and get another tank selected. We do not have the snorkels yet. I don't know if it's worth getting anything when it comes to the fleet anymore. I think we should work on things that give us nice passive bonuses. So these engineer company 3 would be helpful. Anything that kind of help to make, oops, I was going to reassign this now so we can take off the 16 days there. But yeah, that's what we really need, is just passive bonuses. They're going to help us in the war, try and get it finished up a little bit quicker. So let me just take a look how long it's going to take for these guys are ready. Remember, we do have to wait. So it's 6 days. We do have to wait until these divisions get over here and then get their organization back up, so that takes time as well. So let me just make sure these guys aren't advancing. Looks like they're not. We already have troops onto the front as well. And yeah, hopefully this will improve the supply situation. I did not move all the tanks out of there, but might not need to. Let's go ahead and do an attack here. We have failed every time we've done any attacks in this area, so I don't know how well this is going to go, but we can attack from so many different areas in this particular province. You think that'll allow us to get the win. I don't know though. The issue, of course, is it's in the jungles. Yeah, we just cannot get the win there. It's exhausting. Yeah, they just cannot seem to achieve a victory here. Maybe if I kept rotating divisions out, perhaps you'd get the win, but just not able to do it, guys. Okay, so we did fully decrypt Iceland. We're going to use our cipher that we have on Denmark to try and get the victory here. What I'm doing right now is just waiting for our divisions to get their planning bonuses up, and then we'll do the attack using the cipher. And maybe that'll allow us to finish them. And, you know, we probably should have used this for that invasion. I think I forgot that we had it. So we're working on China currently. So I guess we'll let them complete that. Maybe that'll allow us to break through here if we make use of it. I don't know. Kind of got to use any advantage we can. Let me just see if there's any locations where we do have supply. Yeah, there's actually one here. So maybe you can win there. Just trying to push forward where we can. It says we don't have anything being... Let me do that one. Yeah, I didn't select play. So let's make that happen. We did bomb this battleship. We didn't do any damage to it, though. Took out one of their convoys there. Shooting down some planes, whatever. Okay, so their fleet's probably really not out there anymore. Yeah, we just cannot get the win here. Let me try attacking here, then. Yeah, we're just completely stopped in this area. And what we should probably do is reduce one of these guys' front here, this one. Because up there, they don't have any supply. So spread them out into these other areas. Yeah, we just can't get the win anywhere, no matter what I do here. It's unfortunate. And maybe even support with these guys. Just try and win here, but yeah, nothing we do. We're probably taking pretty heavy casualties in this fight as well. Yeah, we might not be able to take Borneo, guys. It's not that it's important. We do want to take the resources from them, but you know, it's not a place we have to achieve victory. Alright, so are these guys ready to go? They got their organization up. They do. Let's go ahead and send them. And we'll see if this is successful. Now, the Yellow Army could probably be sent as well. They weren't training here. No, they need one more day. Alright, we're going to let him complete his training, then we'll send him. And just making sure we don't have any supply issues up along the coast. So I got tanks all up in the ports so that when we do take a port in Japan, we can send tanks to assist that invasion. Yeah, it seems that supply is no longer much of an issue down here. I mean, a little bit, but it's not as bad as it was now that we got the tanks out of there. Up here is still a problem because you got the tanks and you got the infantry. Might be able to win right here, though. We will see. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a defeat, but we'll keep it going. It's green right now. Maybe make that happen and cut these guys off. Maybe if I send another tank in here, assist with this guy. I don't know, anything to try and get the win here. Send this tank in too. Might be able to get that win. There we go. Alright, so the supply is in a good enough situation that we're finally able to take this province. That'll allow us to wipe out these units here. So let's go ahead and make that happen. We'll avoid attacking across the river if we can. Alright, so these guys are going to have to go over here. Yeah, it looks like this should be pretty easy to wrap that up. Alright, so got a little bit of good news there. A little bit of a victory. Alright, so I'm just going to see how these are going. So this one is clearly going to be a failure. Now, I did bring some air support over here. We're mostly doing strategic bombing. Unfortunately, our close air supports do not have the range to reach there. So what we might want to do is just take... Nope, not even the tactical bombers could do it if they're from there. If you moved them over here, then maybe they can make it happen. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll go ahead and move whichever tactical bombers are over here. Looks like it's this guy. And then we'll have him switch over to close air support and see if he can reach that bubble. I don't know if that'll be enough to assist us. Yeah, we're clearly going to lose both of these. Okay, so now we know that invasions are not going to be as easy as we had hoped. So that's kind of a shame, but also not really surprising either. So we're getting a victory in China just to be losing in Japan. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that location taken. Also, I did forget to get the land doctrines. That'll help us. We could always do the Special Forces one too, because these are cheaper, but it only helps mountain troops, so it makes the most sense to work on these land doctrines, which we've only gotten the first one. And so I think that's a big part of the problem, is that we have not gotten any of the doctrines yet. So this is going to increase the organization and defense. And that's what we'll just kind of invest in, is trying to improve our passive bonuses to try and make these conflicts a little bit easier. I will attempt to do an attack here again once they get their organization back up. For now, let's go ahead and see if we can't win here in Denmark, just so we don't have to worry about the area anymore. I don't know if we'll do any further naval invasions. Go over here. I guess you could take this location. Take that from them. But for now, let's just focus on getting the capital taken. I was going to use that cipher in Denmark and see if this is enough for us to get the win here. Looks like it might be. Yeah, it's in the green. We'll see. Remember, as we defeat the units and force them to surrender, the attack here will get easier. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be enough here, guys. Even all the little bonuses that we're getting. If we could just force a couple of them to leave. Yeah, you might have to like keep on rotating these guys out, since they're just not reinforcing quick enough. And so this is where it's kind of a pain in the butt, because you got to really be paying attention to it, watching it. And is that the only guy who didn't attack there? That's what it looks like. Okay. So just keep on rotating them out. Let's see if this will let us get it done. But we do need to go back to the east. Can't just completely neglect this area. And see if we can't, I don't know, maybe here? No, they're just too weak. I know it was yellow there for a minute, but I don't think that'd be successful. These are the mountain provinces, so not going to win there. You got the river here. Could probably win here. Yeah, we can definitely get there. And, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and go across the river here. I think that we should be able to get across there. Won't be anybody to stop us. But we'll need to attack here to stop this defense here. And then maybe even attack here. Yeah, maybe we can get it done here now. Let's go and flip over back to the Denmark, since you know these guys have failed their attack here. Just let them rest up. And then these guys, let's pull out any ones don't have any organization, have them do the attack. Kind of a pain in the butt, we gotta do it this way. And then I'll also take a look at the situation here. I'm gonna try and advance over here. We keep doing that attack and fell in that one. Can't seem to get any wins anywhere. We do have a ton of free dockyards. That's because we finished the construction of all those screens. I think we got a couple capital ships done as well. And we never did design those submarines. Let's go and set this up to just build one more. And we'll go ahead and get the latest submarines. So these will be named Imperial submarines. And then we'll have them get all the latest technology. We'll have to put the radar in there since we don't have the snorkels. So let's go and save that. And then maybe we'll do 2 lines of these attack subs. Using the Raider Fleet MIO. And I guess we'll keep it down at the bottom here. So let's do one more line. Though we will not give them any dockyards. I don't know if we'll have any available because we still need to update these screen ships. You know, I'm not entirely sure why I set these to only build one more. We don't have anything to update here. I thought it might be the anti-air, the radar or something, but those are all up to date. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I set it to stop building. So let's go ahead and re-put these lines out here. Yeah, there must have been something. You know what? It was probably updates to the MIO. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll get two lines of this, maybe even 3, since we're finishing up capital ships at the moment. And so we'll have a lot of free dockyards from that. And remember, we still do need to get the light cruisers as well. I don't know if there's anything needs to be updated here. Well, they don't have the engines on there. Maybe that's why they're so damn slow. Yeah, maybe I never updated the engines. Wow. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering why it seemed like they were just way slower than they should have been, and nobody even caught that. Well, that's interesting. At least I wasn't the only one who made that mistake. So what we could do if we wanted to change these up and give them a bit more light attack, we could change out the anti-air now because they're not as slow. But we're actually not going to do that simply because we don't really have very many light ships left to attack at this point. And the light attack's not bad. I think the main problem is going to be Japanese planes. So I'm actually fine with this. We just have a faster ship now. So let's go ahead and change the name up here. And then we're going to build 3 lines of these as well. I wish there was a way to completely copy a production line for ships or anything else. I guess you don't really need it for other types of equipment, but for the ships, I think it'd be really helpful. We do need to update that mechanized equipment. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could do that. Kind of similar to what you can do with air wings, where you can copy an air wing. Looks like we do need to trade for additional steel with the British. Suppose you could trade with the Americans, or could even trade with our subject here, if we weren't too concerned about, you know, getting their autonomy increased. Now, went ahead and signed all the ships, as you can see, all those ones that we have constructed. The super heavy battleship, that's one of the things we built. It's really, really slow, so I didn't put it in our main fleet. And then we also got those two battle cruisers designed as well. And it looks like this fleet, actually, the Admiral has a trait that we can get. So he has the superior tactician. So we can get him the lone wolf or the concealment expert. Yeah, we'll get him the lone wolf. And then we'll do the smokescreen specialist as well. Alright, so do we want to go ahead and launch these invasions? Let me just take a look. Did these guys get back into port? They did. Okay, so you'd have to stop them and then reassign them. And let's hope that doesn't require us to, you know, replan that, like what happened before. Let me just double check here. Is that a thing now? Or if you fail an invasion, you have to completely replan it? Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't know that was something that was changed. Yeah, that is dumb, because the way HOI4 naval invasions work, you kind of just gotta send them over and over again sometimes to be successful. And so that's a little frustrating. Yeah, well, I don't like that. And they must have changed that recently. It didn't used to be that way. Alright, so we did defeat a few divisions here. I think at least one, if not two. I don't remember if it was 11 or 12 infantry divisions there. How about to get the engine 4? Alright, excellent. So we already have the fighter wings. Did we design those? I think I decided not to, because I just didn't want to mess with them. But now it would make sense to go ahead and do so, because range is an issue. And so I think we should get the new fighter planes and the new close air support, so that we can hopefully use those against Japan now that we have the engines. So we're going to use all the same names as we did before, just add that 4 on there. And let's go and get these designed. So we want those new engines on there. And I think we had the drop tanks on here before. Range is such an issue, though. We could go ahead and do the extra fuel tanks. And I think we could sacrifice some of the defense and we'll be alright. You do have higher agility because they weigh less. So yeah, let's do the extra fuel tanks, because we're building these for range, guys. I don't think we'll do anything else on them, though, except for their guns, obviously. So we'll do the 4X light machine gun so we don't give up any of that agility. And then we'll just do like a bunch of these. That's right, we can only do 3 of those. Alright, so that looks pretty solid. Got a decent agility. It looks like the weight to thrust ratio is good to go. Air attack's pretty high, air defense a little low, but what matters is that we're getting that range up there. So let's go ahead and save this. I did forget to do the look of them, so I've changed that up so they look a little bit more as their design does. And so now we need to do the Imperial Falcons. Get those new engines on there. I don't recall exactly what we had on these, but we definitely want to do the extra fuel tanks to get their range up. And then maybe do the defense turrets too. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And maybe we'll take a look at those real quick and see how I had those designed. So in our previous model, we just had the 2 small bomb bays, because that's all we can put on there. We could do the bomb locks. I don't like the anti-tank cannons just because of how heavy they are and their production costs. They do give you a lot of ground attack though. But yeah, I don't feel like it's worth putting them on there when you consider the 2 small bomb bays. Give you 16 ground attack for significantly less weight. Though it does hit your agility harder, so that's something to consider. But yeah, the production cost is the other thing you need to think about. There's 6 when you have 2 of those, while this one costs 8 alone. So I just don't feel like it's worth it. But we could do the bomb locks, because we look at their current agility, it's at 30, and again, agility's not that major of a factor for the bombers, because I already have it reduced by quite a bit. So you could put the bomb locks on there. You'll probably still be alright in range, or excuse me, on weight. Obviously agility goes down by a lot, but you're getting a lot of extra ground attack. So we'll put those on there as well. So let's go and save that. Alright, so I went ahead and just designed the rest of these planes off camera. So now we need to get all these updated. So the Screaming Eagles 3 to the Screaming Eagles 4. Get our close air support updated. The naval bombers. And then the carrier bombers. And the carrier fighters. So that's these ones here. So just show you what they all look like real quick. So these are the carrier bombers. Very simple. I didn't change up their icons. I guess we can do that real quick. Try and find something a little bit more similar to what this is here. It's probably that one. I think it's the one we're using for the land-based carrier bombers. And that works. Let's go and save that. So that's the carrier bombers. Here's the carrier fighters. And I don't think I updated these guys either. Just neglected the carrier planes. Try and get something a little bit closer to that there. I think that one's probably fine. Just double check, see if there's anything a little bit better. I suppose this one looks a little bit more like it. Let's go and save that. Here's the naval bombers. Pretty simple. Close air support. I think we already looked at that, and the Screaming Eagles as well. Alright, so all of our plane lines have been updated with more modern planes, and that's most importantly going to get us the range. Now you notice I didn't put any drop tanks or anything like that on the naval bombers or fighters because obviously it's not necessary. They don't need to have very high range, so we can just save the production. Now we do need to get something else researching here, and I don't think I want to get anything else, guys. I think it's fine with the planes. Really what we needed there was just the range. We could get the survivability studies. If we don't have anything else to research, we will. But there's still a lot of stuff that can give us some passive bonuses, and I think that's what we should be working on at the moment. I don't think we exactly need this one here, but we're going to get it. Getting some Marines might be helpful. If we just keep failing in these invasions, might have to use Marines. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to get it done otherwise. Alright, so we did get across here, so we're having some success now. Alright, this is excellent news. I'm going to bring these guys, and then we're going to split this attack up. And these guys go over here, and let's bring 2 more tanks into this area. And let me see if they can't attack and win here. Yeah, now that we've spread out our troops, got some of them out of this area, we no longer have the huge supply issues. Looks like we are having a lot more success at this point. Let's see if I can't push forward there. We cannot. Oh, well, maybe. Might have been able to. Oh, yeah, it looks like that would be a victory. That's a victory point, so we'll try and go after it. But if we can get across the river here and go that way, that would be incredibly helpful for us. Now, these guys here are only going this way in order to lock them down, but if we can win, we'll take it. Alright, let's bring these guys over here as well. And then see if we can't win right there. And then, actually, you know what? Let's have... How about this guy go this way? Alright, so we're having to defend here currently. Looks like we are succeeding in that defense. Alright, yeah, I didn't expect this would be a victory there, so we'll go and stop that. And then let's just go ahead and take a look at the situation over here in Denmark. I assume these guys have stopped their attack. They have not. We actually were able to force a few more divisions to retreat. Let me just send a few additional divisions into this attack. Make sure we keep it going. And eventually it looks like we should be able to get a win there. Still sinking troop convoys out here, and still failing on this damn attack that I keep trying to do. Just cannot win there, man. Nowhere across here. It's unfortunate. And Peru canceled their non-aggression pact with us. Well, that's interesting. I wonder why. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the attack over here now. Moving towards that capital, that's the key. That's what we've got to get taken. So let me just send this guy over here just so we don't lose that. We have more divisions that can come over here and help us hold that province. Might not be needed, actually. Okay, so we'll just keep them here. Alright, so we are winning here as well. Let's actually send an additional division into that. Alright, looking pretty good. We might be able to get over to their capital province. India canceled their non-aggression pact too. I know India is in the Allies. Is Peru in the Allies as well? No, they're in the Hispanic lines. Okay. We did get another trait here for the tank refurbishment plant. Just going to get this, even though we're not using it for anything. I mean, we're clearly using it for something. I think it's support equipment or something like that. So let's go after this capital city, see if we can't take it. And if we get the win there, let's attack here, just lock that guy down. If we get the win there, that might be enough to force their capitulation finally. Let me just take a look here. It is. Alright, so we have defeated China. Took us long enough, but we got it done. So yeah, they'll capitulate any moment. I don't know if there's any Japanese troops here. It looks like there's a few that we'll have to destroy. Alright, so this is excellent news. Might be able to get this wrapped up. There's still a lot of divisions over here. Okay, so now we gotta figure out how to get these destroyed. Go and attack over here. Everything's gonna be a little messed up right now. Let's just try and wipe these guys out. We go and attack over here. Man, we just don't have hardly anything to get this done. If I sent this guy over here. So they actually still have supply in some of these areas. Unfortunately, can this guy win here? No. What if I sent some assistance in there? Still would not win. Okay. So we still got a weird situation here, despite the fact that we got our victory and forced them to capitulate. They didn't have any divisions, I don't think. And so I don't think it helped out that much, besides, you know, taking this over. And then forcing some of these divisions to leave. I suppose there's that. Yeah, you can like extend it out this way to try and actually defend this territory. I don't know if we'll be able to get there in time though. You gotta wrap some of this up here. And have that guy attack there. I just hope they evacuate from here and refer them down there. But basically, it's not as big of a win as I was expecting, simply because I don't think China had very many troops. So we can attempt to do the attacks with these guys and this army. See if we can't succeed in those naval invasions. Were they not finished with the planning for theirs? They were not. Okay, well, as soon as they're done with their planning, then they'll go. Still not winning there. Let me take a look at the situation over here in Denmark. Alright, so we got them down to 7 divisions. So we'll do another attack here. But yeah, they have a lot less troops than they did. So eventually we'll just burn them out and get the win there. But yeah, very unfortunate that we're not seeing any success in our invasions here against Japan. So this is going to make it more challenging. And I'm not sure exactly what we'll do, except for attacking a non-port province and then building a port. Might have to do that. That's always an option. I don't want to have to wait for nukes. That would take far too long. We're getting the next invasion tech. Also, just being able to get some of those doctrines done would help us. Let me see if we can't attack here. Just try and win wherever we can. Attack right there as well. Go across here, just kind of stop these guys. Alright, so we did win there. Excellent. I actually want those guys to go over there. How long will this take them to move? 1 hour. Alright, so now let's move everything we got over there. And then see if we can't wipe out this division here. For 2 divisions there. Alright, so it is getting cleaned up here. It's looking better than it did. Yeah, it could be much worse. Well, I'll keep that guy locked down until we take this province over here. Keep him locked down too. Yeah, mostly just trying to keep these guys from moving too much. Alright, so we'll get those divisions wiped out. Just gonna send a few more to assist them. And might have to do some adjustments to the front line around there. sunk that convoy there, but yeah, it looks like we failed in this invasion. So let me just go ahead and have whoever can go here. Yeah, it's just those 4. And then we'll attempt to attack again. You know, I don't know. I don't know if there's any point, actually. We might want to change up the location they attack. The problem is, if you only send 4 divisions, there's just not enough to hold the province until you're able to build a port. It just takes too long to build the port up. And it's very risky invading non-port provinces, because you've got to hope that you're able to take a port or build one in time. So this is for the automotive manufacturer, and I don't know if there's anything else to get. There's one more thing, which would increase max speed but increase defense. Probably not worth it. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave that as is. I don't know if dismissing it would dismiss all the trait notifications and wouldn't get them anymore. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm hesitant to dismiss that. There's nothing else to do with that trait, though. Alright, so we're going to try the attack here again. See if we can be successful there. And let's go and take a look at the situation here. We were not able to force any of those divisions out. So yeah, you just have to stand here and watch it. It's the only way to get it done. So yeah, we'll just sit here and pay attention to it. I hate that, you know, the situation in China. Yeah, we don't want to neglect that. So let's dip back on over there. So the army that's there is not this one, it's this one. Alright, so let's go and take a look at the situation. We do need to actually change this up. Because, yeah, this army is supposed to be covering all that for us. And the tanks, they're probably fine where we have them. Yeah, we'll leave that as is. Yeah, we just don't want all these guys leaving and not going up that way. So let's go ahead and just stop these guys so that they'll readjust themselves and go over to this territory. So they're not pulling back from the northern area, unfortunately. Alright, let's go ahead and advance into these provinces. Take a couple of them. You know, this guy can actually stay here. We might be able to win here. Yeah, it looks like we can get a victory there. Make sure these guys come on over to this province. We'll see if we can't get a win somewhere here and cut these in half. Let me see if I can't win right here. And it's unfortunate they still have all these divisions here, despite the fact that we capitulated them. These are all reorganized government in China, so I'm not entirely sure why they didn't capitulate. But overall, the capitulation was just not as helpful as I was hoping. Yeah, it could have been much better than it actually was. Would have been much more helpful if they actually capitulated. Let's see if we can go after this victory point here. Yeah, it's kind of like a false capitulation because it still have these divisions here. I want to say that these are like under the control of Japan, and that would explain the situation in the casualties, where they have not caused us any casualties, but we've caused them over 1 million. You can see we keep causing them casualties, in fact. I think what's happening is that they've given their divisions up to Japan, so Japan is controlling their divisions. And so they still get credit for taking the losses, but they don't get credit for any casualties they cause us. And also shows that we're doing far better against Japan than these numbers would indicate, because it's not 348,000 against 3 million. It's actually 348,000 against 4 million, because you got to add these casualties in. But yeah, we've done really good against Japan, caused them a ton of losses, but yeah, they are unfortunately stopping us from taking their home ports. Now, we did finish up over here in Denmark. It certainly took us long enough. So we're just going to take these guys. We'll let them train, but they're going to cover this area here. About like half of the Pink Army's front. So let's just go ahead and reduce them down to over here. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, just get them out of there. And we're not gonna be able to do any naval invasions of like this island over here, or Iceland. Well, it looks like the Italians are actually doing that for us. All right, awesome. Because yeah, we need to devote all of our slots for naval invasions to Japan, even though these are all failing, because it looks like this one failed as well. Awesome. So yeah, just cannot get in here, guys. Unfortunately. And yeah, you gotta replan it every time. I don't know why they changed that. I don't like that design at all. Alright, well, we can try to send these guys again once they get their planning. Yeah, that's really unfortunate they changed that, because now it takes even longer. Before, you just had to wait for your organization to get back up and then you can launch the invasion again. But now they make you replan it every time. That's got to be by design. They had to like consciously like change it that way. I'm not entirely sure why they did, because naval invasions are already kind of a pain in the butt to do as it is. Alright, so let's see if we can't finish up here. At the very least, we won't have to worry about it anymore. We can focus exclusively on the invasions, and I guess the East Indies as well. Seeing if we can't get done there. We do have civilian factories available. If we can't get this done with what we have here, due to supply issues, then we would have to get a supply hub, because I don't know what else we do. I mean, you can remove the tanks out, I suppose. I'm going to see if we can get it done. Because I think if we attack across here and take that location over... They got a lot of divisions over here. That's one of the issues. That's going to cause their own supply issues, of course. And let me just see, can we get this guy helping out here? I could see if I can get across the river and attack there. Probably not, though, because it's a mountain province across the river. Yeah, that's not going to work. I think we attempt an attack here. Okay, this is what we'll do. Support, and then we'll send this guy to support it as well. It's all across the river, so probably not going to be successful there. We did finish up their decryption. I don't think that applied to these divisions, though, because they're part of, you know, they're under Japan's control. So, yeah, wouldn't actually be useful using that. I don't think there's any other countries for us to bother doing. We'll just do Denmark again, just so we're not getting that notification. Now, you'll notice that I did not use the cipher against Japan for these invasions. I wanted to see how close we were to succeeding, and we're not very close, so that's the reason why I didn't make use of it. Basically, we're going to need to wait until we can get control the skies here and get our bombers overhead where they actually can reach those, and we'll see if that is enough to help us. And it looks like this will be failed as well. It's better than over there in the south, though, so it could be worse. Yeah, just not able to succeed on those, on any of these invasions. Well, once we get the air support here, that would make a difference. But we got to get those planes constructed. So what we could do is just work on constructing, since we want to modernize our Air Force. Just pump in, as I think we're good on resources. Yeah, just pump these factories into planes to try and get these updated a little bit quicker. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That'll help us out if we can get those more modern planes out there. So winning there, let me just see if there's any other areas. Can't win there. What about over here? Might be able to win right there. Send enough divisions in there to get it done. Maybe it'll be a victory. And that'll allow us to attack over here without having to go across the river. And I can dip down here. We got the advanced landing craft. All right, excellent. So that will be helpful. Also increases the invasion capacity significantly, so we can start sending some larger invasions now. We'll see how well that ends up working out. All right, so that's it for the invasion tax. So again, I really feel like what we should be working on is passive bonuses, guys. So we got the ones here. We already have everything here. Won't be able to get that one until 1946. We're currently in February of 45. Could improve the mountain troops organization. That'd be an option. Could also try and get those Marines. I'd prefer to spend our experience on doctrines rather than designing another division type. Alright, so let's get the passive bonuses here. I think that's the best way for us to go. So this will increase the reconnaissance. It doesn't help a lot, but we'll do that. I guess that's what we're getting the points in the tank refurbishment plant, because we're using that for the training there. I'll do the attack here again, see if that's successful. Probably won't be. We'll also let the Italians by our fighters, and we should be able to get another land doctrine here. And getting these will help us too for those naval invasions. So we're not going to get this one, because we want to get that top modifier. We don't get the recovery rate. This one's helpful for the line artillery, but let's just get the soft attack and organization for the support companies. So yeah, we'll get that, and that will help with the invasions. Yeah, all this will help for these invasions, guys. So we need to send additional troops, or try to send additional troops. We have 5 sitting here, so this is what we'll do. We'll take, apparently they don't even have supply over there either. Take these guys, have them go on to this invasion. Oh, these guys need to go on there as well. So that's 8 total. And then we'll take any additional troops that are over here and put them onto this invasion. Let's go and stop their attacks as well, because I'm going to do something. I know those guys are getting ready, but let's get them trained up. So get the modifier, anything to help them, and then get them some additional troops as well. I don't know if we have any we can pull from anywhere. Could pull some divisions from over here. Just get like 2 of these guys. Have them go over here. So that gets you up to 15. So we put 1 more over here. Let me see if we got any we want to send there. I think just pulling from these guys is the best option. And then maybe even reducing what they're covering to a degree, because these guys have a much shorter front than they did. And then just take this guy and have him go over here. So we'll see if they do any better with 15 and 9 and train them up. And then I'll see if we can put this whole army on this. We should be able to, but you know what? I'm worried about the supply situation there, so we'll probably do a separate attack. And we could also have them go after a non-port province like right here and just see if it works. I mean, worst comes to worst. And then they fell. It's better than what's going on right now. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's take, let me see who's all assigned to this attack here. Okay, so we'll take 4 additional troops and put them over there, while the bottom 10 here will go on a different attack. So we'll do an attack from here onto here and see if that is successful. See if they're actually defending that or not. So let's make sure that these guys train up if they need it. Looks like there's 1 division, maybe 2 divisions, need a bit of training there. So we'll do that, and then these guys are still failing this attack, so let's just go ahead and stop that. Clearly that's not gonna work. And then I'll see if I can't just take the entire army here and have them go on to that, and then just let them train. And then we'll send it again, see if that's successful. Might want to move the fleet to whatever attack is most likely to succeed. Currently they're on this one. I don't know how well that one's going. But we did get the bonuses there. So this is the route that I had wanted to go down and we just never did. And I wonder if we shouldn't have gone with this one instead of that other naval route, simply because there's some really good bonuses in here for the fleet. The dockyard output and dockyard construction speed. That would have been really nice to have. Now we don't really need it, of course. But yeah, you got research bonuses in here too. And this would have been a nice one to eventually get. Of course, it doesn't make much sense to focus on the fleet this late in the campaign. I think what we need to be focusing on is anything that's a passive bonus for our army. So perhaps the adaptable army. This is going to help a lot. I think the main thing we're going to get from this is the terrain penalty reduction as far as like what's going to be helpful for us. So I think we should get that. But yeah, anything that's a passive bonus for the troops. Try and help us with this invasion. Because once we finish with an invasion of Japan, as soon as we get a port, we've basically won the game. We finished the campaign. Then we just got to do the process of getting them conquered, but that generally doesn't take very long. The hardest part, of course, is getting the port. And once we have that, we have won. So, passive bonuses, guys, that's what we need to focus on. try this again. It looks like they're moving troops from over here, so if we stop them from doing that, then maybe we can win here. Well, we're gonna have to probably redo the attack. Okay, so let's just stop this then. So something to keep in mind next time. Next time we do the attack there. It's a difficult attack because it's in the mountains there. We need to take this location though. I don't know if we can win here because it's in the mountains, but they are so exhausted. There's a possibility, but they're all moving out. We'll let them do that. Maybe we can kind of wrap this territory up. I can see if we can even win here. Looks like we would. Just kind of reduce the size of the front some if we can. And I suppose we can go and take that location as well. Cut off this division here. Just trying to get this wrapped up. I don't even know if there's any point on having the tanks now. They're just eating up supply. And there's not much they can do because these are all mountain provinces. So we did get the advanced medium airframe, so I'll have to get that design. We won't do it in today's episode, because frankly, we spent enough time designing planes. So again, just work on passive bonuses. Anything I can find that might help us. So over here, there's the maintenance companies. We could do that. That's not going to help much, though. I guess that's not going to help in the invasions for sure. But we're going to get that. So right now, we're just waiting for all these troops to get trained up, to get their locations and get their planning done. Maybe we'll send all the invasions at the same time so I can take a look at each one and see which one's the one to most likely be successful. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll send them all at the same time. So when they're all done training and all done doing their planning, we'll send all 4 invasions and see if we can get a victory there. I keep sending this to, I might need to like do some rotating in and out here. Just really pay attention to it. And maybe we can finally push forward. You wouldn't think we would continue to get defeated here, considering the fact there's only 2 divisions. I know they're in the jungle, but geez, man. Yeah, I feel like that's what the issue is that they're just not rotating in fast enough. And so if you just keep on rotating them and don't ever let the enemy get their organization up, then you might be able to win here. I just hate that you got to do it that way. I'm not a huge fan. I think I've talked about this in past videos. Not a huge fan of the way the reinforcement mechanic works. I understand what it's like supposed to represent, but it's kind of annoying. Alright, so a lot of these guys are just exhausted now. I don't even know if we can win this now. They're pretty exhausted too. But yeah, even rotating these in, we can't win, guys. Alright. So yeah, I might just have to give up on the East Indies for now and just sit on the defense. So yeah, we'll just keep it playing until we get all these guys ready. I think it's only these guys that are still training up. We got the 1 mountain unit here. Needs to get his level up. Looks like there's still some troops moving as well. And unfortunately we got cut off here. Alright, well that's a shame. Let me see if I can't reconnect them by attacking here. Just looking for other areas, might be able to get something done. Alright guys, so unfortunately the game did crash. So I loaded up the March 1st autosave, and I looked at the video, and 3 AM was the first place where I paused it after the autosave, so that's where we're picking it up here. And I'll show you guys what I was doing that caused the crash here in a minute. Let's first take care of the situation here in China. We did take this province here, and so we need to attack with all these divisions. When I did this last time, it was successful, so hopefully it's successful this time as well. And we could also assist with this unit here. And then let's just look down this frontier and see if there's any other attacks we can do. There's a truck that is going to be leaving here in 9 days. We wouldn't want to wait though. And we might be able to defeat that unit because these guys actually have supply here. So let's launch an attack here. We'll send some additional tanks in. In fact, you might want to attack right there as well. Could end up getting a victory there. So we'll send these guys over here. This tank will attack there. And then let's have this guy stick around here. and instead assist that unit. This guy could also attack here. And then we'll want to attack across here to lock this unit down. And then maybe also assist with this unit. And then we'll need to lock these guys down, but we still have time, 4 days before they get there. And so we'll wait just a little bit before we do that attack. We are winning over here as well, so should be able to free this division up. Alright, so I'll show you guys what I did to cause that crash in a minute, but first I want to take care of this here. So if you guys recall, I said I didn't want to get this here because I don't want to decrease the max speed of the mechanized just for a little bit of defense. However, we could go ahead and get the trait and then not apply it just so we can get rid of this alert here. And then we also have a trait for the fast tanks designer, which I didn't know about because we had it sitting up there. So that's the reason why we might want to get rid of that alert. We have 2 options here, production efficiency cap or breakthrough and defense. We'll get that one. Of course, we'll be applying that, and then we'll need to change up the production line for them. So yeah, what I had decided was that, can't get rid of this here, is that I think we should do the naval invasions different. And so I was editing the naval invasions, I actually used the edit button, and that's when it crashed on me. So with the change to naval invasions, where they have to replan the invasion every time they fell, which is a common occurrence for invasions, particularly when you're doing them of Japan or the United Kingdom, I really feel like having these large invasions is just not the way to go. In addition to that, I think we need to start attacking some non-port provinces because the ports are too well defended. Like, look at here, you got 6 divisions there. So we had started this one here. But another way to do it is to do an invasion of the surrounding ports. And that's why I wanted to change this one here before it crashed, so we could attack these 2 provinces next to it. And so now I'm hesitant to do any editing of invasions, but that's not the only way I was going to do it. I was also going to set up additional invasions, because if you edited it to have these 15 attack these 2 locations, then you still have the same problem where they have to plan for 15 divisions. So yeah, let's go ahead and make some adjustments here. This one will probably stay the same, though I could see attacking the port behind them. That could be beneficial. Or even attacking over here somewhere. Yeah, maybe we could attack right there. So let's go and set up some, just a different situation here, guys. We'll keep the 6 divisions over there for now. But yeah, over here, we're going to make some changes. Though, I am noticing that they are having some supply problems here, so you might actually want to have these guys go over to this location instead, so maybe they don't have as many supply problems. So let's go ahead and take just a few of these. For these invasions of non-port provinces, I don't want to get too crazy with it. Like, send too many divisions. So we're going to send those 3 onto that one. Not entirely sure why they can't just invade from this location. What if we... Let me just try doing a different location. What if we did... Because I don't know why they can't attack, like... Why they gotta go all the way around? What if you attacked here? Because this is a different location. You just got this sea zone. Nope. No matter what, you gotta go all the way around. Okay, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but... I'd prefer to not attack that way, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and set them up to the original location then. So we'll have them attack there. And maybe even send some to attack the island up behind these guys. Just again, trying to make some adjustments here. So we'd attack like right here. I don't even know if any of this is gonna work, guys. But we can try it out. You could also attack here. Might be far enough away. You know what? Actually, let's do that. I'm going to change that up just a little bit. We'll attack at this location. So have those 2 go there. And then with this invasion here, we're going to split it up a little bit further. So you attack the surrounding locations. So like right here. And again, we got to do these in separate invasions rather than editing. Not just because I don't want it to crash, but also... so we have better control over which divisions are going, how many are going. Because often if you, have one invasion attacking 3 different locations, you don't know which, what the number is going to be. You know, there's going to be 5 that go here, and 2 that go here, and 3 that go here. You have no idea. So we'll do it that way. You control the number of divisions. And then, of course, the main reason why we want to separate this is so it doesn't take us long to plan these up. All right, so that looks pretty good for now. How are these guys doing on supply? It looks like they're short too, so you might want to change this up. Now, this is all risky as you know, as we talked about with this one. Anytime you're doing invasions of non-port provinces, there's always a chance that you know, you end up losing the troops because you just can't get a port constructed in time. So these guys are also having supply issues. It's just everywhere we're having supply problems. Anywhere where we have a large number of troops. So might want to send some over there. I think that'd be wise. These guys, we got tanks onto this. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. I think they're supposed to be in that army. Yeah, I think I grabbed too many troops here or something when I made an adjustment. So let's go ahead and change this this one up as well. See how we want to go about doing this. Probably going after the provinces here. Might even just attack all along this side here. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll spread these out a little bit. Attack from this location. And let me see. Do we want to go after that one there? No, we'll just do these two here for now. And then also do an invasion of over here. Alright, so that looks pretty good. And then we'll want to probably take a few more of these units and have them go up along here. So like 3 of these. And have them attack. I don't know, I kind of feel like attacking all down here. Like that. So this is attacking everywhere. Since I don't know if these are going to be successful here, guys. And then same thing with the White Army. We want to attack multiple areas. Again, I'm not going to edit this because I don't want it to crash. This is the best way to do it here, is I want them to attack multiple occasions. I guess you could just get rid of this invasion here and then redo it. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. We'll just get rid of it. And then redo the invasion. So where were they at? This one? And then have them attack in all of these locations here. And then maybe this one would be separate invasions as we did with the other armies. So take like 3, have them attack right here. Because yeah, they just aren't going to succeed, I don't think. Not with that number of divisions that are located there. I just don't think any of these are going to work out. And then you have the problem every time you fell, it takes you forever to plan it. And I guess that's like the main issue, is just how long it takes to plan these invasions. You know what, we're going to take a few of these because you see they do have supply issues in that location. Have them come over here. Attack that. Could also have a few come over this way. Currently have 8 going to 4 though, so I think that's probably fine as is. Also, this gives you additional locations to try and build ports at. So that looks pretty good. I mean, it's a mess, honestly, but yeah, it looks good. We'll see how well that works out. So that's going to take them a while to get all that planned. Let me just take a look. It is going to be shorter overall because those invasions don't have as many divisions assigned. So yeah, we'll let them plan that all up while we focus here on China. But yeah, it was very unfortunate the game crashed, but at least it wasn't like a blue screen crash or something where I would have lost the save. That's always annoying because then it's basically like you got to completely redo the entire episode. So it's not the worst type of crash, but still pretty annoying. So we should be able to win here. We did cut off these units. So now we're pushing them back this way, which we have to attack here to stop them from going to that location, and then start pushing up north here. That looks like we have, yeah, we already won here. Let me just put these guys over here. And it seems we only actually have one front. Okay, so that's a problem. Let's just do these attacks for now. Oh no, this guy's leaving. Okay, so yeah, you do have to have... Well, I can't seem to get them to do a front. Probably because they already have one here. Yeah, it looks like they have one here, and this is it right here. Okay, so you gotta like stretch it out. Like so. And then you got the tanks here as well. Something like that. Jeez, I hate when they do this. Okay, so let's take the Red Army troops and have them stick around here. Unfortunate, you gotta... Well, we can just have them go that way, I suppose. And then have the tanks that are already assigned here. Alright, so that looks good. And we do need to make some adjustments to the fronts here. I'm going to actually bring the tanks south a bit. And the Red Army doesn't need to be all the way down here, so let's actually fix that. Just have them, I don't know, like up here somewhere. And not entirely sure what everybody's doing. Looks like they're all leaving to this front over here. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Alright, so we don't want any units down here to leave. Just stick around, guys. Seeing if there's any victories we could achieve. And maybe here. Yeah, you might be able to win right there. Let's go and assist that, and then also send a division in to help. And let's actually attack this unit to lock him down. I don't know how long it's going to take for him to get out of there. Well, it looks like we should be okay. Yeah, we don't need to further weaken ourselves. I think these guys should get over there in time. It's just a matter of hours. Alright, so just need to wipe out all the troops up here in the north. And then we'll be able to send the rest of them all down south and see if we can't finish up China finally. Because good God, we've been fighting here forever. Alright, so still doing that attack. And it's a mess here, guys. So we actually have like 2 Red Army fronts, it looks like. Yeah. 2 Red Army fronts. Yeah, it's quite messy. Alright, so let's go and do this attack here. Make sure these guys are attacking. And then let's see if there's anything else we can do in this area. We did win that. Don't have anybody trying to go up there either, so that's good. And we did win there as well. Okay, excellent. And we are about to lose here. Let me fix this situation here. We're going to get this guy out of here. I really don't know that we'll be able to hold that province. So let's get him out of there before he gets himself destroyed. And maybe take a unit and bring him over here to assist us. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know if we'll be able to hold this here. Sure looks like we're about to lose it. Alright, so let me do an attack here with these units. Just kind of attack with everything we got, really. Don't need that guy to go that way. We'll take these guys and have them go over there. We have plenty of units coming up here already. And we should have that province taken soon. In fact, let's go ahead and send these guys in. Well, this guy and this guy go ahead and attack there. So it's looking green in all of these locations. So we should have that cleaned up soon. Let's send this guy over here. These guys can go and attack over that way, while they attack that way. Alright, so should have that done soon. And this guy can actually stay here. Same thing with him. Let's not let these guys leave. There's no reason to send additional troops up north, I don't think. Alright, so it looks like we did get defeated here, unfortunately. Okay. I don't know if this guy will get over there in time. Sure doesn't look like it. I think he was just part of that retreat. Yeah, that's what happened. So not the way we wanted that to go down. So we can't bring this guy over here. And so once these guys are done here, they'll come down here in the south, and I don't know if we'll have too many divisions here. We might. I think 3 full-size armies would just be too much for us to be able to hold this location. Supply-wise, I mean. Could have some serious issues. Alright, so let's go and attack there. And we'll have this guy assist here. So should get those, what is it, like 7 divisions wiped out? Yeah, 7 divisions. Get those guys destroyed. Fortunately, we lost that province, although we might be able to get some guys over there to ensure that we hold on to it. Alright, so again, this guy's now cut off. I don't know why this guy's even trying to leave here. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know why he's trying to leave there. Alright, so we did take it back. So we'll have to make the adjustments to the fronts once those troops get over there again. And where we really need to win is right here. So I'm going to try and do an attack here. Yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes down. And make sure nobody's leaving here. Probably have far too many troops up there in the north now at this point. I don't think we need this many to get this done. Some of these guys aren't even attacking. So let's go make sure we rectify that. And is there anybody not? Yeah, this guy's not. Alright, so that should be done in mere moments. Alright, so we did get additional troops here. I don't know why this guy keeps trying to leave here. He's like dead set on leaving. Alright, so we defeated 1 unit there. So let's go and do another attack here. And I'm going to see if we can't get this province taken. That'll cut off all these units here. I don't know how possible this is going to be. We will see. It's green as of right now. Maybe if you assist with this unit. Have to have somebody attack there to lock that unit down. Yeah, it looks like we might actually win there, though they're now moving over to this location. Alright. But we've got units that can come from over here. Maybe take some of these guys and have them go over here. So they did get a unit there, unfortunately. Alright, so having some difficulty across this front, but we almost have this done here. So let's go ahead and finish it up. Let's just take any divisions that are sitting around and have them go down to this front. I really feel like pulling the tanks out might be in our best interest here. They move so slow anyway, so they're not even getting their bonuses. We'll wait until we finish this, but I think we're going to start moving the tanks out of here. So for right now, we're just going to give them a fallback line since we don't want to get rid of that front they're already on. So just send those guys over there. And eventually we're going to pull all the tank divisions out of here once the other infantry divisions get down here to the south. I don't think they're all that effective here, and they're just causing more supply problems. So we want to make sure these guys don't leave. In fact, you know what? Let's go and attack here and get this unit wiped out. Might not be such an exposed position if you didn't have that location there. In fact, you could probably keep this guy here. You know what? Let's stay here. I know he was finally about to get out of there, but if we win here, then it's not as much of an issue. Of course, you now got these guys that are really weak, so we could probably get a win here, since it doesn't look like we can win there. So you finish up the decryption for Denmark. There's nobody else to decrypt, guys. I guess you could decrypt the British or something. I don't know. Take 457 days. At least we'll keep him distracted there. And then, you know, we have one guy in Japan. Let's send another guy to Japan, actually. Have them both there. Have intel as high as possible. These are all troop convoys that we're currently engaging. Alright, so let me just take a look at all of our invasions, see how long it's going to be. And this is the last thing we'll do in today's episode. It's going to be a longer episode, because I forgot that we had the crash, so therefore I didn't need to record that much more. So we've got, looks like about 16 days here to complete their planning. This army is done already. That's the smallest of them. That's not an invasion army. This army here, all the divisions haven't gotten to their locations yet. Just make sure they're taking the rails. They are. Some of them, it's going to take them a while to get there. Okay, so hopefully they're there by the time that the White Army is ready to go, because I'd like to send them all at the same time if possible. Okay, so we'll see how well that ends up going. I did send more planes here, even some fighters. I don't know how well they're even reaching at this point. Now we are getting the newer planes out there. Yeah, here's some here. But even then, their coverage isn't great. We could move some additional planes over to here, though. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me see how we want to do it. Probably not... Let me just exit this here. Probably not all 500 here. Maybe like 400. It gets you up to 1,000. But yeah, they just don't have great efficiency. So it's going to be difficult to win here due to the sheer numbers of them and the fact that you are going to have such low efficiency there because we can't cover the air zone very effectively. Is there anywhere else I could build an air base? Let me just take a look here. No, not really. Okay, so it is what it is. Our radar coverage does reach here. That's about it. If you built this one up, then that would help. So we'll do that. Still working on the supply hubs. Those will be done in May and June. So the supply hubs were over here somewhere. Just trying to improve the supply situation. I don't know if we need to get... So there's one. Could try and get one down here somewhere as well. And there's the other one. So yeah, we'll take a look at that next episode. I suppose we do need to do one more thing in today's episode. We need to take a look at the casualties. So we've taken 440,000 casualties total, 399, so basically 400,000 to the Japanese. Well, we killed 3 million of theirs, and you can also include these ones, 1.1 million, since they control the Chinese divisions. So that's a pretty good kill-death ratio, 400,000 against 4.1 million. Yeah, very good kill-death ratio. Hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.